What's up, everybody? I'm here with Spirit. How you doing, brother?
Yo, doing freaking awesome. I
Hell.
can't complain.
Hell yeah. Let's jump right into it, man. Tell the people where you're from.
So I'm from Virginia, obviously, Front Royal, 540. Originally, fun fact, I was born in New York.
Hell yeah.
Queens Hospital. I was like really young though. Like, we're talking like infant years. I was in New York for probably till I was like 2 or 3. And then I eventually ended up moving out to Strasbourg and then migrated to Virginia. And I kind of just been here ever since.
Like, so what led you to wanting to be a rapper? Like, what started it off?
Hip-hop has always been in my life. You know, I remember being really young, driving in my dad's truck. And my dad had this mixtape. Bunch of house music. I can't remember any of the songs. But it had maybe like 3 to 4 hip-hop songs out of all these house music. Pac's I Ain't Mad At You, Until the End of Time, and then the Real Slim Shady. I can even remember like my mom, she gave me some of her like personal albums and collections. She gave me Big Pun's Capital Punishment.
Nice.
Yeah, that's just dude, it's crazy. Big Pun's Capital Punishment. She gave me this Nerd album, you know, Pharrell's group.
Yeah.
Run DMC, the one that had My Adidas.
Raising Hell?
Yes, Walk This Way was on it with Aerosmith. Yes, that. There was this Bad Boy collection she gave me. It had the Only You, the 1112 remix with Biggie.
Okay.
That's the only reason I bought it.
Hell yeah.
And then there's one that's really important. Wu-Tang Forever.
That's the most important.
The first time the first time I ever listened to Wu-Tang was because of my mom. Yeah. So hip hop has always been a thing for me.
Like, well, let's just lead into it. Like, when did you start rapping?
I'd say 5th grade.
5th grade?
The 5th grade. It was I kind of just went up to my older brother. He moved from Brooklyn. He used to live in the basement with us in Front Royal. And I went downstairs to him and I said, yo, wouldn't it be dope, like, if, you know, like, we had our own song, like, our own lyrics and our own words. And needless to say, he entertained the idea, and he was like, all right, I'll write something if you write something. So I wrote this verse that was pretty much about, the verse was pretty much me rapping about my race. I had just got done talking to my mom, and she was putting me onto the history of my ethnicity and where I came from in my lineage, so to speak. And like, I can't remember all the words, but roughly it was something like, I have Irish, half Spanish, half da-da-da-da. It was fucking awful. I was listing everything that was in this DNA. But I wrote it. My brother wrote his verse. We had like this old Virgin mobile phone that we recorded it off of. And obviously it's not like the most lyrically crazy thing.
Right.
It was the first thing. But I just remember really, I felt accomplished. It felt good. I was like, yo, it was fun. You know, so 5th grade I started rapping, or the first time I wrote a verse. Fast forward, let's say 7th grade, 7th, 8th grade is when I really start getting serious.
Okay.
You know, obviously I'm getting a lot older.
Just as a reference point, tell the people how old you are right now.
Oh, so right now I'm 26 years old. I'm still a baby. I got a lot of years to go. Really start getting serious. 7th, 8th, I really start getting into it. I mean, obviously I'm growing up. You know, life isn't all about Mega Man and Mario Brothers,
right?
Unfortunately, and so I mean, maybe it is a little bit, but
we get back there over time.
Yeah, you know, I'm growing. I'm developing hormones. I'm developing feelings and learning that there's more layers to my character. So around that time, I really got into hip hop and writing because I couldn't find music that expressed how I feel, what I was going through. I'm over here dealing with like heartbreak and trying to understand like the structure at home and that whole dynamic, and hearing somebody tell me about the rollie that they got and the $500,000 car, I couldn't relate to that. And I couldn't find no one who was telling my story, so I had to make it.
Bro, like, it's weird. You just touched on something in the 90s when they were like, you like Pac or you like Big? I'm like, I like both, but I like Pac better. And it's just because, I don't know, Pac spoke to me. Like, I wasn't I didn't have a rollie and a yacht and shit. Like, that wasn't life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
and it's not to take away from Biggie.
no, I love Big. Pac's music touched me more.
You can play a Pac record to this day, and it still has relevant things in those records that
they still hit the same, bro. It's crazy.
Top 5 Pac records.
Top 5 Pac records. All Eyes on Me would be number 1.
Okay.
Then Temptations would be number 2.
And
it's just the bass line.
That song's hard.
Yeah, fucking number 3. I'm gonna get horrid in the comments. Hit them up. I love it. I don't care. It's fucking amazing.
Arguably the best diss.
It's the best diss track ever. And like, I don't like going at Big that hard, but at the same time, Hit 'em Up was fucking just fire.
Yeah, let me tell you, a like freaking 12-year-old Miguel, because I was like infatuated with I was gonna say with Spirit. I was infatuated with Pac. Like, I had Pac like posters on the wall. Oversized Pac shirts, like you couldn't tell me Pac wasn't in Cuba. Like 7830 was real. When I was like re-listening to Hit 'em Up, I was definitely saying fuck Biggie. Sorry Biggie, I love you. I was definitely saying that at the time.
Yeah, man. To Live and Die in LA.
Yes.
Hellraiser, probably.
I gotta say, as far as my top 5 Pac songs, Life Goes On. I'm gonna say To Live and Die in LA because that's just beautiful.
Hell yeah.
Death Around the Corner. Lord Knows.
I gotta throw a caveat in here. I have a favorite Pac song that's not a Pac song. It's actually an Ant Banks song. It's called Till the Casket Drops. It's him, Too Short, and Ant Banks. So, what's your top 5 rappers?
Easy. Dylon, 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 Dylon.
Well, now that we got through that.
Yeah. No, seriously, my top 5, obviously Pac, Big L, Eminem. I would say Blue off the duo Blue and Exile. And I'm going to throw a curveball, MF Doom. We're going to talk about technicality.
Yeah.
He's the epitome of that.
Yo, so I'm going to hit you with a curveball just because of the conversation we had earlier. Top 5 battle rappers.
I'm going to say Dumbfounded because I really love Dumbfounded. Soul Con.
Pre-disaster battle Soul Con.
Did not happen. Immaculate.
Fuck yeah.
I want to say Disaster, but there's someone else that I really, really fuck with. You're somewhere out there, and I'm going to remember you. I guess I'm going to have to say Hollow to Dawn.
Yeah, I was sitting here thinking, like, it's going to come out either Hollow to Dawn or Pat's Day.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, that's what rounds out this perfect list.
There's so many good battle rappers, man. Like, they're criminally underrated and slept on.
And the talent it takes to put together battle rounds is unbelievable. And, like, no one even notices how fucking deep they go with this shit. And, like,
let me put this in perspective. 3 rounds of writing battle raps is just about the same exact length
as an album.
It's Illmatic.
Yo, so when we first met, it was somewhere around 2016.
Right.
And I was bouncing at Milano's. You was doing a show right across the way at Valley Cat, for all the Winchester heads that remember.
Shout out to Valley Cat.
Hell
Good
yeah.
times.
The only project I know of you've done is you handed me a mixtape, and you were like, bump this, and I did, and the shit's fire, and it's what led to this interview. Tell me about some other projects. Like, tell me what else is in the Midas spirit.
What's next to come, or what has been since?
Let's start with what's been and work our way up.
Okay. So as far as like what has been since, if I'm gonna be completely transparent, in the spectrum of projects and bodies of work, it's been a hiatus.
Okay.
Now, creatively, no. I've made a project every single year. Music is so therapeutic to me. I can't not make music, whether it's production, just making beats, or writing rhymes. Like, I don't know how to do that shit. So I've never taken a hiatus creatively. I found myself in this space where it was a lot of me over critiquing myself, trying to be comfortable in my skin, procrastination. There were so many different factors that prohibited me from letting some of this stuff go. You know? Now, I always release just records alone by themselves, or done live shows in the region, or maybe any of the ever so generous neighboring states that want Spirit. So that's never been on the hiatus. Those were a lot of the key factors that stopped me from putting it out. Thankfully, I've done a lot of growing, a lot of sharpening the sword, a lot of working on my craft, finding new confidence, new comfort in me, Spirit, who I am, self-awareness, holding myself accountable. Needless to say, it feels like within this past year that this whole curse has been broken. And
So you got some shit coming?
yeah,
You got something I can look forward to, bro. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, actually, I haven't spoken about this at all. I'm not really the person who's all like drops a snippet and is all like, yeah, y'all check out this 15 seconds of me spitting 2 bars. Y'all get ready. Like I because I hold myself accountable. So if I say something, I have to do it, or it doesn't mean dick. This is the first time I ever said anything. But October, I'm gonna let the kids play, which is the name of the project. This whole project is, how should I describe it? One, I should say that it's entirely self-produced by me. I made it off SP44SX for all of you hip-hop heads and gear gurus, so to speak.
So you make your own beats?
Yeah.
It's fire.
I started making my own beats after my first tape that I gave you.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So when I made that tape, all together, just paying for beats and production, almost like 2 bands.
Right.
For like exclusive rights, because there's, for those that aren't well versed, and there's a difference between leasing a beat and having exclusive rights to it. I think a good example would be Hot Nigga by Bobby Shmurda, right?
Fact.
Lloyd Banks had a record to that. I think it was off Cold Winter 3, the mixtape. I can't remember it was called Jackpot. Holy shit, I remember that. It was called Jackpot. Lloyd Banks originally used the Hot Nigga beat first, but obviously Bobby ended up getting the rights to it, released it, blew up, and he's the individual he is today.
Shout out to Bobby for taking 7 so Rowdy didn't have to do 12.
Hey!
That's that real shit.
And
no matter what he does in his career, I support him fully.
Obviously, after spending all this, all this money on these beats, somewhere along there, I mean, let's keep it real. I don't have $1,100. I'm broke. So
right.
I was like, you know what? I really wanted to dive into the world of beat making. I wanted to create my sound, these ideas that I had in my head. And so within mid-2016 to like the beginning of like 2017, I guess you can say during the hiatus, I really was like crunch time, just making beats, sitting in front of the computer, punching the pads. So this project, all produced by me. And as far as the premise and what to say about it, the best way I can put it is like this. When you go to a restaurant, you usually get an appetizer before you get the main meal. I'm gonna give you guys an appetizer, you know what I mean, to essentially feed your taste buds, and then obviously save some room for the main meal. Every one of you that supports local hip hop, especially in this 540 region, Stevens City, Winchester, Strasburg, wherever you at around here, you are greatly appreciated. I can't even, because there's all this stigma against hip hop music and how it's viewed, and the perception of it is repugnant. So to all these people who are open-minded, understand the culture and the impact that it has, I mean,
bless up.
Yeah.
Like, for real, just bless y'all.
Seriously. Yeah.
It's hard out here to be a rapper in this area.
Yeah.
So, we got the project coming up. You got any shows, anything else you want to plug before we get out of here?
I don't think I have any shows coming up. I can't say this, though. Every month, especially next month, I think actually two weeks from now, episode 2 of Ill Thoughts comes out. For those that don't know, Ill Thoughts, every episode drops at least once a month. Shout out to my homie Kyle for filming it. It's edited by me, obviously rapped by me. Who else is going to do that? And shout out to my man Darren Maurice, who's mixing the vocals as well. So there's Ill Thoughts to look forward to. Obviously new Spirit music for the rest of this year and till infinity and beyond.
Hell yeah.
More beat videos. I mean, really, Spirit is dope Instagram. Spirit is so dope Facebook. Spirit is dope YouTube. I'm dropping weekly content every week. I made this promise to myself and to, I guess, 360 to what I said earlier. If I say it, I have to follow it, or it doesn't mean dick. So I told myself, all right, every week I'm gonna drop content, whether it's beat videos, music, videos from live performances, just dope ass rapper photos. You know,
Hell yeah.
definitely a lot of dedication, a lot of discipline. You know, you gotta hold yourself accountable. Yeah, if I had it my way, I would never fuck with social media at all. But
We don't have it our way.
because I want to connect and engage with the people who do support me, the people who do love me, the people who do show up to Spirit shows, the people who do listen to Spirit records and reach out to me in the DMs. That's why I keep my social media and I stay engaged, just to talk to y'all and give you your flowers back.
And yo, I don't put my stamp on many lyricists. I put my stamp on this man. If you have not listened to this man's lyrics, I need y'all to go check out Spirit is Dope. Seriously. And for the rest of y'all, go check out PaleGarbageRappers.com. You know, check us out, Pale Garbage Rappers, on all the socials. Scroll down, watch all these videos, do all this cool shit. And catch y'all later.
Ripping microphones, but that's stating the obvious. Ripping microphones, ripping microphones, ripping microphones, but that's stating the obvious. Kicking shit to make MCs back down. Ripping, 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 kicking shit to make MCs back down.